Hey everyone, welcome to ENB Consult YouTube channel. And today we'll be looking at VET in Australia. So what does VET stand for? VET stands for Vocational Education and Training. And since the phrase comes from vocational, which means work or career, it mainly focuses on education and training for work roles. Now, what does VET study offer? It offers a variety of certificates and diplomas. It also offers professional and personal skills that are closely linked to the industry. VET studies also develops career paths through a mix of study and practical work. Generally, it combines classroom studies as well as hands-on training and competence-based whereby the students must demonstrate skills to gain any qualification. That's the certificates or the diplomas or other VET certifications. Now, the structure of the Australian VET sector is three main key players. We have the students who seek to study, we have the institutions that offer the courses, and then we have the courses themselves. Now, what person can be a student to take a VET program? First, we have school leavers who want to acquire practical skills for work, or school leavers who want an alternative pathway to university. For whatever reason, they feel that they cannot go directly and start the university program, undergraduate program. They could start with a VET program and then use this as a pathway to start their university degree. Also, we have workers who are seeking to further develop their career skills. Say maybe you have some experience working in a certain industry and you want to seek managerial positions, for example. You would consider taking a VET program since you already have experience in your career, which can be used to reduce your period of study when you're doing VET. Another person is those people who are wishing to develop their personal interest. Say you're interested in agriculture, you can take an agricultural related subject in the VET program. Now, we mentioned three key players: the student, the institution, and the course. So what courses deliver VET programs in Australia? Essentially, the Australian VET system is publicly and privately funded. And in regards to public institutions, we have TAFE, which stands for Technical and Further Education. It's essentially a government funded, and they provide post-school education and training, and they usually have a more practical focus than the university courses. So courses often used by international students as a pathway to undergraduate programs at university, especially via the diploma route. Now, the institution can be privately owned or publicly owned. Now, for private colleges, they range from small institutions that offer specialized courses in one particular area, but also it can be large private colleges. They're also popular with the international students as pathway for as a pathway institution, since they can provide entrance to university studies after completing the VET qualification. So you can go to TAFE and use that as your pathway to do your degree, or you can go to a private college and use that as your pathway again to go to your degree in your university studies. Some private institutions offer university program through affiliated universities, and other offer their own degrees. So these VET institutions, they not only offer diploma certificate, they might also offer undergraduate programs. Now, we have VET in schools. What do we mean by schools? We mean like secondary school. So we have senior secondary programs that offer VET programs to their senior students. And this means that the students can gain practical work skills and VET qualification as part of their school education. So when the student is completing their secondary school education, they will have senior secondary certification plus a VET qualification. And they can also be trainees and employees by participating in a work-based pathway. Now, We have talked about the students who can qualify to start a aVET program. We've also talked about institutions who will deliver these programs to the students. So what kind of courses can you do in the aVET programs? We have business and management. Here we're talking about project management, leadership and management and all of that. It can be community service, social work, or it can be healthcare, say nursing, communication and information technology, so cybersecurity, software engineering. All of these can be diploma programs. VET related qualification, either certificate diploma, graduate diploma, and all of that. Now, VET sector offers 8 qualifications. Certificate 1 is less than 6 months. Certificate 2 and 3 is between 6 months and a year. Certificate 4 is 1 year. A diploma is less than 2 years, but more than a year. Advanced diploma might be between 2 years and 2.5 years. And then we have vocational graduate certificate and vocational graduate diploma. Now, an example of a pathway that one might take is you, after completing school, say in Kenya, you come to Australia, you do certificate 1. After you finish certificate 1, you sit for your exam and you do certificate 3. After certificate 3, you do certificate 4. If you perform well, you do diploma, advanced diploma. After advanced diploma, you go and start your degree program. But the good thing about this is, say you start with certificate 1. After 6 months, you're skilled enough to start to be able to do a skilled required job. Now, what do the certificates get? They prepare the candidate for employment, further education, and training. And also it recognizes the skills and knowledge that meet national industry standards. So certificate 1 and 2 are qualification which recognize the students' basic vocational skills and knowledge, while certificate 3 and 4 are equivalent of trade certificates in various vocations. Diploma prepares students to use their skill and knowledge based on fundamental principles and complex techniques. And it also recognizes the ability to show initiative and judgment across a broad range of technical and management functions. Now, the advanced diploma is a more specialized qualification that shows skill and knowledge of a greater complexity and a higher level of personal accountability. Okay, so we know the pathway to go into the VET, but what qualifies us to be able to enroll in this program? So they vary from institution to institution and also from course to course. Certificate level courses qualification equivalent to maybe grade 10 to grade 12 in an Australian high school. And also another requirement will be English language proficiency of IELTS of 5.5 or an equivalent in other accepted language tests. Some of other accepted language tests include TOEFL, PTE academic, and CEE. That's the Cambridge English Advanced. Now, how much does it cost? So the cost of VET for overseas students vary greatly depending on the course that you're going to do and also the institution that you're going to enroll in. As a general guide for international students, they are charged a fee of between 5,500 Australian dollars to 18,000 Australian dollars per year. The average tuition is approximately 10,000. Now, pathway to higher education. VET system provide an alternative pathway to higher education or more specialized vocational training. This is the emphasis that you can actually use the VET system to be able to qualify or to prepare you to start your other higher education programs. Now, according to the Australian qualification framework, the qualifications link with each other in a range of learning pathways between schools, VET providers, and universities. So VET in schools and certificate VET and certificate 1 to 4 qualifications, or through recognize of prior learning. What recognition of prior learning is if you have work experience, that will be assessed, and you have a qualification which is called RPL, and this will greatly impact especially the length of your study. So if you can show that you have already acquired some skills, you might not necessarily need to start from certificate 1. You can skip some of qualifications and move to higher qualifications, so say a diploma or advanced diploma. Now, what are the advantages of doing a VET program in Australia? The students are given access to many job opportunity as as little as 10 months of training. We have mentioned before that certificate 1 is only between 3 to 6 months. Also, it offers students more job opportunities immediately after they finished. Then we have students can develop both practical and professional skills, since it's based on academic in knowledge based, and also it's based on hands-on experience training. Then 70 to 80% of employers are satisfied with VET training here in Australia, since it provides students with appropriate skills, which leads to increased productivity. And also, the vocational and practical nature of VET curricula places less pressure on students with lower levels of English proficiency. So if you feel that your English proficiency is not too high, you can come in, do a VET program. In the meantime, you'll be improving your English as well as acquiring a new skill. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. And if you would like to connect with us, our Facebook and Instagram handles are at ENB Consult, and our email address is info@enbconsult.com, and our website is enbconsult.com. Thank you very much for watching to the end.